Bruce Jenner, it's just not. Why are we obsessing on it? Stay with us back in 70 seconds. I want to elaborate on that. Planet Jenner. I mean, this is not the top story. Trying to start World War III with Russia and China is. But I tell you, CJ is in there ranting to me during the breaks about Bruce Jenner and what's really behind all this. And it really made a lot of sense. He's going to talk about that in the next segment, kind of reload and repeat what he just said to me during that 70-second break. But Hayden, you were talking about Bruce Jenner and all this, and why is Obama talking about it when you got cut off by the break? Go ahead.
Yeah, well, you know, I understand the cult of celebrity is huge now, and we love what we can laughingly call reality shows. It's massive. It's a huge distraction. People love it. But in truth, there's no reason to care what Bruce Jenner does with his body. It's irrelevant. You know, the things behind it, that's a different debate. The fact that the White House, the most powerful man in the world to all intents and purposes, can have a chat about Bruce Jenner, but at no point will clue the American people in on legislation that will affect them for generations.
The TPP.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it will.
England's falling to tyranny. We're falling to tyranny. The whole planet is, and we're talking about a guy that turned into a woman. And they're like, oh, you just don't like that. I don't care. I'm a total libertarian, but it's like, why am I being force-fed an ugly tranny? I mean, I just don't get it.
Well, I mean, that's a whole another debate that I would love to have with you sometime about people's perceptions and the way we have a completely polarized society now. You either are A or B. Yeah, he's a goddess, she's a goddess, she's an abomination. Nobody's allowed nowadays to take the middle ground and going, do you know what? Don't care.
No, I mean that's where I'm at. I mean, that's where I'm at. I mean, if some guy turned into a woman looked like Marilyn Monroe, I'd be like, wow, that guy looks like a good-looking woman. I mean, but it's so weird that it's a creepy Olympic athlete, and I can't stand the Kardashians in reality. I just hate it all. It's not that I hate, you know, the Kardashians themselves. I hate the whole spectacle because it is a distraction from the TPP and everything else.
It's a distraction from everything. Reality TV is, I mean, we don't watch a lot of television in my house. It's not a snobbery thing. It's like, you know, well,
I don't either.
The kids. I'll have a chat with the wife. We'll catch up on the day. Then, you know, I'll do a bit of reading. She'll potter around the internet. I tend not to potter around on the internet much at home because that's my entire life. But we don't watch a lot of TV. And when we do, I constantly find myself amazed at just the complete lack of information that's available on television now. It's kind of scary.
Oh, yeah. Once you go internet, you can't go back. I mean, I never watch television anymore.
How can you watch the news? I turned on the ITV, which is independent television news here in the UK. I turned that on. I had to sit through 20 minutes of FIFA.
Yeah.
So what? It's corrupt. Big, yeah, no kidding. A huge organization responsible for hundreds of billions of pounds income is corrupt. No kidding. But why would... Who didn't know? Now, all right, let us know.
Yeah, the Soccer Association is not capturing our countries.
No, as far as I know, FIFA wouldn't slap an order on me to not speak online without being vetted by a police officer. They might want to, I don't know, but I don't imagine...
By the way, what's going to happen to LiveLeak if Cameron actually gets all this through? They're going to put prior restraint on you. You're going to have to move somewhere else.
Well, LiveLeak isn't... I know it's written on Wikipedia, but we didn't write that because we actually follow the wiki rules. We don't edit anything about our own stuff.
Sure, so you're not really based in the UK.
No, I'm based in the UK. LiveLeak is a very, very unusual organization in as much as it's a genuine cooperative.
Yeah.
There's no single head. I just drew the straw that I'm out from talking to people and, you know, because I enjoy
There's no head to chop off because there is no head.
No, I mean, it's, you know, it's a very, like I say, there's no shiny building with chrome. There's no sort of shiny suited investors. There's nothing like that. It's a genuine independent entity. That's why we don't all have Ferraris, monocles, and fur coats. You know?
Hold on. I mean, hey, do you have to go, or can you do one more segment?
I'll do one more segment.
All right, great. Hayden Hewitt, liveleak.com. It's a great site. I mean, you want to know where I watch TV, it's places like that. Because YouTube's so commercialized and stuff. And I'm not even against people having ads. I mean, we have them too. It's just that I like to go over there because you can find some really interesting, real human stuff at LiveLeak. Stations and platforms. Everybody out there should go start your own liveleak.com platform. And then doppelganger videos, put them over on YouTube and somewhere else. Just Just reach out, communicate. Doesn't mean you have all the answers. I don't either. I don't care what color you are, or you're a man or a woman, or Caitlyn Jenner, Bruce Jenner, whatever. Hayden Hewitt, LiveLeak.com co-founder, is our guest for the rest of this 12-minute segment. But CJ in the control room, who I always encourage the guys to rant on air when they want to say something, not just tell me during the break, but I guess they don't want to seem uppity. He really crystallized it. He said, look, it's not about hormones, it's not about agendas, it's about money. And he really boiled it down in about a 60-second rant during a break. So go ahead, CJ.
I'll try to paraphrase what I said without paraphrasing too much, but
and cut out the cuss words, but just go ahead.
Nothing too bad, but we know that there's only a shred of, or a handful of companies that own all media organizations: Viacom, Disney, News Corp. I can go through a list. It's not very big.
There's 5 of them.
Yeah. So Bruce is on E. He's Chris's husband, basically. He was an Olympian, but he's not in the news. It's not like the tabloids have Bruce all over the place. They've got Kim and Jay-Z and tons of ad revenue based on them. And it turns out Bruce could get 10 grand speaking engagement, but now that he's Caitlyn, he's getting upwards of 100 grand. And it's a small price to pay getting a boob job and a sex change, but he's going to be making millions for himself and billions for that handful of corporations.
While they sell this idea to everybody just to create more confusion and claim if you don't accept it, you hate them.
Well, yeah, you're a monster, a bigot, if you don't love Caitlyn and think she's the greatest gift to humanity since Kim.
And then all over the country, they make you pay for people's sex changes. You're going to see an explosion in this. And really, it's just a revolution of weirdness.
It's nothing new. I was saying that Chaz Bono, which was Sonny Bono and Cher's daughter, or her son became Chastity. I can't remember which way it was, but it happened almost a decade or more than a decade ago, and it was no big deal. It wasn't like it was a great social event.
What this really is an example of how the mainstream media doesn't have the influence it once had in news, but it's still there in entertainment. They still have the big numbers there, and they can just create a new personality. I've seen this guy give interviews with this lady, and it's just super boring. It's like watching paint dry, and so they can just take this and then go, oh, how glamorous, a goddess, worship it. And it looks like a creepy, narcissistic 60-year-old woman. I mean, I don't want to watch a creepy, narcissistic, I don't sit around reading glamour magazines with, it's just all of them. It's annoying. And it's the force feeding of this. Thank you, CJ. Anything else you want to add?
Well, I was going to add one more point, that you have these interviews with people like Diane Sawyer or Oprah, and we had the fallen Lance Armstrong, because people looked up to him. And so when he had a failure, a major lie, it was devastating to the world. But Bruce is an athlete, and nobody really looks up to him as an athlete anymore. But now they look up to him like he's courageous. And ESPN's given him a Courage Award. And there's a female basketball player, I can't remember her name, but she died of cancer and did all this work to raise awareness and money and was completely overlooked. And it's just sad that we live in a society that awards some call mental illness, some call corporate gold digging with Courage Awards.
Well, that's it. The angle to go here is this is corporate gold digging, geeking out, and it's just over the top. And it's part of this full-on assault that's going on. And as our guest said, Hayden Hewitt, a co-founder of LiveLeak.com, this is really a distraction from the TPP and attacks on free speech. Thank you so much, CJ. Great points. All right, Hayden Hewitt, you're very polite. You keep pausing every 30 seconds to have me jump in, which I'll do. The last 6-7 minutes we have, you have the floor. Rant about whatever you want. Tell us about shows you're involved. Tell us about LiveLeak.com. Tell us about how you secretly want to have a change into an Easter bunny. I want to be changed into the cow that jumped over the moon. I'm courageous. Pay for my change into a cow. Go ahead.
I'm going to say this is all well and good, but seeing as I've just heard the figures involved, I've just got someone over there ordering me a dress on eBay right now. Because if that's the money that goes around, just so you know, agenda reassignment. I might not go the full thing, but I'm sure, for a few $100,000.
Exactly. I'm not going to chop my Johnson off, but I could start wearing a dress for $100,000 to speaking engagement. I could have a new persona.
I wouldn't
Chelsea
pay
Manning.
I would pay money to see you in a dress. Not in a kinky way.
No, I get it. I may actually do it. I'm thinking about it.
Oh, please.
It's a joke. No, I thought about it as a gag doing it, but I'm not going to do it.
Hillary chopped hers off, and look how much she gets to speak.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's. I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
You've lost all this weight. Think about the dress sizes you can squeeze into now, dude. Yeah, but,
exactly.
See, you're not thinking it through. You've got to think it all the way through. Okay. Other stuff. Well, obviously, there's LiveLeak.com, which started out in 2006 at 6 o'clock in the morning, and that's when my whole life went crazy. It's been an amazing roller coaster. It's 100% independent. It shouldn't work. It shouldn't work, but it does. It does have rules, but none of those rules are based on opinions or beliefs or anything like that. In that respect, it's as free as it can be. We do have some rules on language because, as you know, running a site yourself, if you allow certain things, you end up being a site that's just smothered in porn advertising and hate and nothing else. But LiveLeak's something I've been honored to be involved with for so long. As to other things that we do, we do the LiveLeak show once a week. We're doing it this evening at 10:30 p.m. British summertime. We do talk about some serious stuff. We will be talking about Bruce Jenner and some other things.
Tell folks the name of the show.
It's the LiveLeak show, but it's definitely for 18 years and over. It is absolutely full to the brim of the most disgusting language, foul opinions, abuse, trolling from the members. We show some grotesque videos sometimes as well.
So it's just a no-holds-bar free-for-all.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I am ashamed of myself.
I understand.
But it's a good shame. But we do that. Got the media company that's slowly but surely getting moving, where we're combining doing corporate media and creative media and supporting people who are passionate about their topic and want to get it out there. And I honestly believe that if more people who are capable, and there are lots of us around the world, nothing special, genuinely, that's not fake pride or anything like that, it's true. If everyone that had these resources devoted just a little bit of their time, a little bit of their energy, be it the filming side, the uploading side, the graphics side, imagine what a group of thousands could do. For pretty much no investment on a personal basis. I'm not trying to sell anything here.
And by the way, you mean outside the cookie cutter. It doesn't even mean we all agree. It's that we're not doing the 5-company brainwash dance. We're doing true, organic human activity.
Could you imagine if the big movers and shakers in alternative news put their heads together on a project and invited 10,000 citizen journalists to do the same?
I want to do that.
What corporate media could stand up to that? But in truth, totally decentralized, totally untouched. So this is something in my own very small, and it is a very small way, but it's something I'm striving towards being a part of. If I can only influence 2 other people to try it, well, they can go and influence 2 people each to try it, and we'll actually have a cool pyramid scheme.
Sure. Well, your sites reach billions. Just on YouTube, we've reached billions, and then other platforms. I mean, look, I'm nothing that special at the end of the day, except that I have the will to take action. I've had a huge effect, and I get what you're saying. You've seen the effect you've had. There's the thrill of seeing other fellow humans do amazing, trailblazing things, innovation. You're saying, folks, get off the bench. Successful people especially, get involved in the culture war.
Yeah, I mean, one of the things like that I'm sure, Richie, when we're talking, because it's an open business model that we've started, what we do to protect everyone is my company and the people we work with form a new company where everyone's partners. So as they push it and strive and push that vehicle, a media vehicle forward, and it does earn some money, they get the chunk of it. And it's this openness and fairness that we could do without the corporate sort of horrible, slimy, screw everyone atmosphere, screw the little man and screw the talent.
The predatory BS.
It doesn't have to be that way. It's not. I know it sounds kind of hippie.
No, it's a win-win. That's my entire philosophy. I won't do somebody wrong, even if they're doing bad to me, unless I absolutely have to do it to survive. And I treat everybody like I want to be treated. It's the golden rule, and that's what made civilization, this predatory globalist model,